Broadcasting from the London TV studios. Today, we're asking people to contact us with stories of bad job interviews. First on the line, we have Vernon. Hello, Vernon. Can you tell us your job interview story?
Hello, Sarah. I run a small company and I was looking for a new accountant. I received an application from a very good candidate. He said he'd been working for a bank for 7 years. Then he said that he had had to leave his bank job because he had been tempted to steal money.
I had to leave my bank job because I was tempted to steal money.
That's unbelievable! Who's going to employ a man like that? Thanks, Vernon. Next up, we have Shirley. What's your experience of job interviews, Shirley?
I interview people for jobs in my company regularly, and I usually ask them to switch off their phone. But I'm always amazed at how many people leave their phone on during the interview. But worse than that, some people actually answer their phone in the middle of the interview.
Really?
Yes. I was doing some interviews last week, and a woman answered her phone and told the caller she couldn't speak then because she was in an interview. I told her to switch it off.
I can't speak now because I'm in an interview.
Shocking!
Well, I thought that was bad. But then another candidate made a phone call to his boss during the interview. He told him that he was ill, and that was why he couldn't come to work that day.
I'm ill, and that's why I can't come to work today.
Oh dear, that's terrible. Thank you, Shirley. Who do we have now? Hello, Robert. What stories have you got for us today?
I was interviewing a young woman. I don't think she was very well prepared because I asked her whether she knew anything about our company. She just said no and asked me what our company was called. I said she should do more preparation for her next interview. Do you know anything about our company?
No. What is your company called?
You should do more preparation for your next interview.
Oh dear, she needs to work on her interview technique. Okay, we have time for just one more caller. It's Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. Let's hear your story.
Well, I interviewed somebody this morning and offered him the job. He says he'd like to take the job, but he doesn't want to work too hard.
I'd like to take the job, but I don't want to work too hard.
Thanks, Jennifer. At least he's honest. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Hello again. In today's lesson, we will be reviewing various aspects of reported speech. As you know, you usually move the verbs one tense back when you start reporting by using a reporting verb in the past tense, like she said that or they told me that. You also change other things like pronouns, possessive adjectives, and words for time and place, so that your reporting sentence makes sense. Here are some examples from the TV programme.
I'm ill, and that's why I can't come to work today.
He told him that he was ill, and that was why he couldn't come to work that day.
I had to leave my bank job because I was tempted to steal money.
He said that he had had to leave his bank job because he had been tempted to steal money.
Sometimes you can't move the verbs one tense back. For example, you can't move the past perfect one tense back. And neither can you move structures with the modal verbs would, should, could, might, or must.
You should do more preparation for your next interview. I said she should do more preparation for her next interview.
The other situation where no tense change is necessary is when you start reporting by using a reporting verb in a present tense, like he says or they've told us that.
I'd like to take the job, but I don't want to work too hard.
He says he'd like to take the job, but he doesn't want to work too hard.
As you know, there are some changes in word order when you report questions, and you don't use do, does, or did.
Do you know anything about our company?
I asked her whether she knew anything about our company.
What is your company called?
She asked me what our company was called. Finally, you use the to infinitive to report orders and requests. You use tell or order to report orders and ask to report requests. I told her to switch her phone off. So, although it may seem like there are a lot of changes to make when you report people's speech, the changes are all very logical and unsurprising. Well, that's all for today. Thank you and see you again soon.